Marshawn, I seem to have hurt myself.
What's your guy doing?
You should get out of the fire. Why are you standing in the fire? Get out of the fire, stupid. Alright, you know, I could do much better if I don't roll early in the race, which is what I'm trying to prevent from happening. Oh, God! Oh, it's so... Oh, God! Oh, it does! Oh! We found the thing! There's mushrooms! We found gnome stool mushrooms! Purple helmet! Oh, look at that! Look at that! That's awesome! How do you focus? Oh God! Oh, I'm tumbling! Wait, it wasn't even a tornado yet! Help me! Help me! No! I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead. This is going really well so far, I gotta say. I'm not necessarily starting this early. I loaded up the game. I do that quite a bit. Doesn't mean I'm playing it.
Baby. Yeah. Baby. Yeah.
Oh God! Yeah, you're feeling the groove now, aren't you? Yeah. You guys, you new around here? I'm not in a hurry. First hour of the stream, I'm not in a hurry. Hell, you should be thankful that I already started this process. Hi, I'm Cringer's mom. I'm Mama Cringer. How you doing? This guy's... Wadalaboo! Dabby dabba doopa! You wanna be loved by me? Shaluba dooba wah wah!
Lupe! We see you down there from our helicopter! Come out with your hands up! This is the authorities! We've got you surrounded!
Oh, wait a minute. I think I want to beat the doctor. Doctor, give me the news. I gotta... Oh, I'm sad.
Oh God, I'm in space! I'm in space! It's so freaking good! You just let old Cringer entertain that baby. Hey, little baby.
Hey, little baby. Oh, baby. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna eat your feet.
No, I'll entertain the baby for you. Just plop it down in front of the TV. We're good. Listen, all you bastards, I heard you said I was going forever. I ain't going forever. You can kiss my butt. You think my furry butt's gonna stay gone? No. I just took a little vacay. Went on a little trip. Had to get some split ends taken care of. If you don't mind, thank you very much.
Are you freaking losing your mind? These beards don't talk. Nobody's ever heard of a talking beard. Alright? Nobody's ever heard of one. So no, there's not gonna be a beard talk show. It just isn't gonna happen. There's gonna be a beard talk show. That guy's got a beard. Oh.
super hot sun right here, just burning the earth, just scorching the earth, just scorching the earth down here, okay? Scorching the earth. And then it's probably starting to try to scorch up here a little bit too, but at the same time, we had no, that's the wrong side, stupid. We had this wind blowing in clouds, okay? Right there, and then a whole shit ton of rain fell down, and I hope all those people are okay. Does it now? Touchy, touchy, touchy. My stink cleans to everything I touch. Take that, lady. Now you stink. Now you stink. What? No! Zip it! No! Stop. Stop. No. Go. I'm fighting the freaking... I'm fighting France, man! This better be like I'm cheering you on, Bart. I turned my back to you. He's laying down right behind the green screen. He lays down right behind, so freaking he farts and it just comes under the green screen or around the edge and it comes right to me. And then I have the windows all closed because it's kind of chilly. I have the ceiling fan on. It helps dissipate it a little bit, but not too much. Alright, we're good. Dog farts. It's non-stop, man. It's so bad. No, you're rude! No, you're rude! And you farted again, didn't you? Oh god, no, 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 no. No, no! Oh, no! No, we're gonna fall, man! No! Oh. No! Oh. Get off of me! Oh, you bastard! Get off of me! Oh, ow! Oh, man! La 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 la. Let me warm up my voice now. We gotta get going now. Yeah. Hello. No, what's going on? Welcome back, sucker. Oh, it's because you can't help but return here. I am so beautiful and smart and charismatic and a creative genius and not in any way have any kind of ego. I'm very humble. Don't. We're decorating for Christmas, boys and girls. You wash it like I had to do it. I had to do it. Yes, I know about the bodies in the river. Everybody's got to go. I've been told about the bodies in the river like 90 times. Earlier, I was told about the body. I could throw bodies in the river like 2 minutes after I threw a body in the river. It was awesome. So feel free to remind me whenever you want to about the fact that I could throw bodies in the river, because I might forget. You just made my day. I was just saying to myself, where's that one guy? You know, can't remember his name. That one guy. And then you showed up and I'm like, well,
Billy built a robot in his parents' garage because he had a list of problems that he needed to solve. He said, I'm sick of the hills, Laguna Beach is fake and whack. Let's party like it's 96 and bring the horn section back. Back before Gwen Stefani started rapping with Pharrell, gas cost 115 and Goldfinger could sell. When reality TV wasn't scripted or contrived, the brass was fat and bumping and the beats were all played live. See, Billy was obsessed with third wave ska, the mighty Boston's Real Big Fish. Listen, Jake, he's seen them all. He longed for a time when even Bill Clinton played the sax on the White House lawn and kids wore shades and checker slacks. So Blizzard's back in the class laughs with an open on his lap as he plans his task.
Good morning, good afternoon,
How's that?
good
Bring the
evening.
real Orange County back.
Things are working. I mean, I guess things are working. I'm paranoid, man. I'm so paranoid about everything. This is like a huge freaking change. What's going on, Nintendo? Yeah, no, this is like a gigantic freaking change for me. It's weird. Anyways, what's going on? How you doing? Happy Tuesday. Sorry about missing Monday, but that needed to be done. I needed to miss Monday so I could experience a little touch of, we'll call it corporate style life, because that's what comes to mind when I think about having a meeting so we can set a future meeting in place. Well, that and I was, but most of the day was working on the stream and the PCs and being able to game on this and the stream on that. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Which I got a lot of stuff to do still and figure out and all that. But whatever, I made strides. Done's good. Oh wait, that's all part of the same thing. Sorry, I forgot. Dooby doo. Manu. Here, let's knock that down. All right, who's done what? We had Arjun with 20 of the 8 months. Thank you, Arjun. Welcome back. What's going on? Good morning. How you doing? Happy to do Manu 40 with 61 of the months. Woo! Thank you. What's going on? Yes, we are Linux on both machines. Well, hopefully I didn't get ahead of myself. I'm hoping this game works on. I didn't actually get the uncompatibility unknown. Yeah, I didn't get the chance to check this. I'm kind of a bozo there. My bad. So hopefully it works. I'm assuming it was. Meeting to set up more meetings. You made it. Yes. Oh man. But we've been doing this obviously for a bit, but wow, that's a lot of pictures dedicated to my bride. Which one of those guys was the bride? Wait, what? Okay, so far it's working just fine and dandy. I would assume this works fine, but we'll see. Lieutenant Dearborn, Sergeant Grant, Lieutenant Stern, Lieutenant Wilson. Wilson, he doesn't look like a volleyball. Sorry if these are real people. I don't mean to disrespect, but you know, that's I make jokes. What do you do? I thought I was gonna sneeze, but now it's not. No, it's not coming. Allergies have been stupid. Allergies have been stupid. Stupid allergies have been stupid. Who would have thought stupid allergies would be stupid? Oh, that's one thing I need to test. I need y'all to tell me if this, it sounds normal to me, but occasionally weird things happen. So you tell me if, yeah.
I finished up, I took a shower, called an Uber, hit the street.
Tell me if you hear it double.
20 on a nightstand and a wet spot on the sheet. She is willing, she is easy, she's the bomb. Do me a favor, thank your mom.
It's fine? Okay. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, no, that was a weird one because for some reason, audio setup in OBS in Linux is different than audio setup in Windows, which is weird. It's not like gigantic difference, but there's a couple little differences. And then after I set it up, one of the little differences right there is that I show that audio kind of being played on 2 channels. So yeah. And then I gotta fix this. Just a little bit. So yeah, that one's a weird one for me. Nope, still more. Still more. Okay. Good. Okay, there's no little line at the top. There we go. Okay, cool. Freaking beans. Now we need to test the others, do we? I mean, I suppose.
Shut up, man. Ain't nobody wanna know about your plan. I don't care about your strategy. You understand? Quit throwing kicks. You ain't Jackie Chan. You're just sitting in the backseat. You got a backseat. Tell me what you think, but you didn't even ask me. Do I care?
Oh, my schnozzy schnoz.
Will always wants. Did you know you could throw bodies in the river?
Yeah, that one's good. Is it? Is that one good?
Hey, aren't they just ripping off? Finished, real card, Factorio, No Man's Sky, Civilization Crusader game. No, they're not. It's a totally different game.
We might have 2 more on the way now, although it's going to take a little bit longer than originally anticipated, but that's okay. Because 1 is turning into 2, so I can live with that. Current, I gotta answer that in Discord too right now. Wait a minute, what? What? Whoa! Oh, that's loud. Is that loud? I don't know, that seems
What
loud.
company are we commanding?
Let's see. Depends on what installation you're talking about, Pac. The gaming PC was fine. The gaming, I mean, there's gonna be some things you have to look up and check out, probably. The good thing about Linux is there is a bunch of people on the internet who, for years, who have been talking about things in working out problems, and so usually you can search and find answers to questions. Other ones, when you get into certain deeper areas, other ones are a little harder. But so think of it this way: it's like if you started diving into the Windows, but you had to do certain things. Like Windows just takes care of everything and does everything, right? And you don't know what's going on behind the scenes with there. Linux is like, no, you need to know. You need to do this. You need to. You kind of need. It's not that hard. You just need to know how to do it. Here, freaking do it. They've actually it's become a lot more user friendly over the years. Exclamation point Linux is the command for that. There's a learning. If you've never done it before, then yes, there's a learning curve. Keep in mind, well, I've spent a bunch of time on Linux before in the past. It's just been a long time at this point, so I'm having to relearn some stuff. Did it not work? It just worked for somebody. Interesting. It should work. Oh, somebody just did it. Oh yeah, Fatal the Baptist had just done it. There you go. So yeah, Jimmy did it. Yeah. So it's right above you. Let's see. It's weird because there's no sound right now. Doo-dah, doo-dah. I feel like I'm super loud. Doobie-doobie-da. Requires game relaunch. Requires screen res. No, that's fine. We'll play it whatever it's at. Music is right there. Okay. Oh, did I? Oh, because I muted stuff. I'm an idiot. Well, no, there's still no music. No menu music. That's fine. Windows is easy. Windows is easy because of a couple reasons. Windows is easy because one, you've been on it forever. And two, Windows doesn't have any windows. And what I mean by that is you can't see shit that's going on in Windows for the most part. I mean, you can if you start digging, but Windows covers up a lot of things on purpose just so it looks like it's magically done and it's easy and you don't have to worry about anything and stuff like that. And that's fine. And Linux is like I said, Linux is kind of like, well, no, you should probably figure this out. You should probably know what's going on. Yeah. And then all that's gonna depend on distro and stuff like that. And then oh shit, hang on, I just noticed that. There's one of my little things right there. Dang nabbit. I don't know why that stopped. Come on. So I have there's little. Yeah, okay. So this actually froze. The feed, not the game,
Wait a
but
minute,
the feed.
what?
That's one of my little things that I've had.
Happy Linux Tuesday. Time flies when you are watching Cringer and having fun.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's one of my little catches. My capture method, Moonlight. I've noticed that in Linux, and I'm not sure why, but Moonlight likes to, and I'll have to remember this. Moonlight likes to start up and then after like 5 minutes just pause and stop, and then it's not fully stopped. It's just paused, and then I gotta push the button again, and then it's fine. I don't know. But anyways, and then Linux has a whole bunch of little serious pitfalls for some people. Yes, they're going to be serious pitfalls. I'll give you an example. I'll give you a very good example. Setting up the streaming PC with Linux.
Wait a minute. What? Whoa!
So,
Good morning, Cringer. How time flies. Thanks for all the great memories.
Let me say all the things. Okay,
Wait a
everybody's
minute,
gonna do the
what?
things.
What?
Okay,
Whoa!
I'll get all things done. Okay.
We're talking about Linux. I'm struggling to work Windows. Maybe I should sit this one out. Smile. Second attempt.
There you go. It worked that time. Maybe a new door will open for you. Is it because you don't want to work? Windows is hard. You can go through. Okay. Fan Yogs is 89 months. Thank you for the resub, Fan Yogs. Welcome back, 89 months. Jedi Master, 45 of the months. 6 months of dime. Nice. Biggs, 49 of the months. 45 of the months. Then 49 of the months for Biggs. And Ralph went 23 months. Thank you, boys and girls. Welcome back. Thank you for the resubs. Very much appreciate it. Anyways, for the streaming PC, I'll give you an example of where it can be a pain in the ass, especially if you don't know what's going on. You may not even think of trying to figure this out. I don't know. I mean, or maybe you eventually would or whatever. Look, it took me like 2 or 3 hours before I'm like, okay, let me check this. Let me try this. So I install OBS. I installed OBS like I've installed most things on these PCs with Catchy OS on them, and that is via the oh good lord, I'm having one of those moments. Brain has forgot the word. Repositories. There we go. Through the repositories that are provided by the OS. So if you don't know, it's not like Linux all gets their programs from the same place. Okay. Different distributions are going to have slightly different packaging for programs that they read. So like a Debian is going to be different than Fedora, is going to be different from Linux. Now you'll have ones that do match up. Debian and for the most part, Linux Mint and Ubuntu should all be similar, or close enough. That kind of thing. So, and I my distro, that I use, Catchy OS, they actually have a few things that, because most of this stuff is free and open source software, they've actually taken a couple parts and tweaked it to how they like it. And done it that way. So, just like with Proton for Steam, they've done their own Proton. Now I can use the other one. The other one's there. If I want to switch to it, I can do that. But they've had their own version of the Proton that they just tweaked a little bit. They've maybe switched one or two things. Who knows? Now you can do this stuff via command line, or a lot of distros now, like even this one, even an Arch-based one, which used to be kind of, I don't know, blasphemy back in the day, has like a graphical installing program where you can kind of search for things. The Catchy OS one's simple-ish, but it's not all big old pretty UI, but that's fine. I don't need that, and I don't care. Anyways, so I installed OBS through the normal repositories, which in this case is pretty much just Arch's repositories. Arch Linux, because Catchy is based on Arch Linux. So it's pretty much just the OBS that's in Arch Linux, or packaged, that somebody packaged together for Arch Linux. I'll put it that way. So I installed that and I start doing things, and I'm like, okay, let me set up the Stream Decks, because I know I've seen. I hadn't taken a serious look at it yet, but I said, I know I've seen that there is a way to set up Stream Deck in Linux. I'm assuming not so Loop Deck. I did look for the Loop Deck first. I saw one little thing for Loop Deck, but it's not my version of the Loop Deck that it's for, but I may eventually try to, yeah, well, okay, listen, Quinn, I'm getting there. You shut your trap. But that's like the point of the story. Anyway, so Loop Deck, no go. So I'm like, let me set up the Stream Deck. So okay, so Stream Deck turned into a whole thing. I'm like, okay, what I thought was there for the Stream Deck is not as easy as I thought. There is somebody had made a Stream Deck UI for Linux, so you can work with the Stream Deck, so you can set things up. It has some basic functionality of like the Windows UI, but yeah, Elgato of course does not support Linux. They don't have their own version. Blah blah blah. So the Stream Deck UI doesn't do shit with OBS. So the people who have kind of done the Stream Deck UI for Linux have kind of just done it so you can kind of use it as a general tool, not streaming specific, not OBS kind of geared, right? I'm streaming on both, Lord Nuker. And I've been doing that for almost a week now. Anyways, or several days now, I should say. The last several streams have been both. The last several streams have been both. Anyways, so, anyways, the last several streams have been both. The last several streams have been both. Anyways, the last several streams have been both. 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 The last seve Look for the other one, you'll find it. Why? I don't know why it defaults to that one. Maybe because I've been starting. Maybe I need to start the short one first and then the normal one second. I don't know why it defaults to one and not the other for people. I don't know. Tomorrow I'll try it the other way. I have the tendency to start the normal one first and then the short because I have to they have to be separated. Yeah, so I'll try it the other way tomorrow and see if it defaults to the normal format for people. Anyways, so I start diving in the whole Stream Deck thing, and and I find out, okay, well, I'm not gonna be able to do Stream Deck the way I was thinking I was gonna be able to do Stream Deck. Let me look into some other things, and so I start looking into Stream Deck for OBS, or using Stream Deck with OBS, and then start kind of narrowing and guiding my searches for that way. Make a long story a little bit tiny shorter, like maybe I don't know. No, I'm gonna keep it going long. F you. I got stream time to fill up. Anyways, make a long story longer. No. Are we ready? Okay. I find out that for me to get it to work with OBS without using key bindings or without using hotkeys, I'm gonna have to use what is called that somebody came up with, OBS -CLI, command line interface. So basically somebody came up with a way to control OBS from the command line, from terminal, from console, whatever you want to call it. So now I have to do that, or I'm looking at, so now I have to do that and have command OBS CLI interface with OBS, and then I can use scripts, shell scripts or bash scripts to use OBS CLI, and I can put those into the Stream Deck, and that's my button push. All right, that's my that's my button push, and yeah, no, so it's like a whole big old process. This is basically I'm kind of doing behind the scenes Stream Deck work. I don't know. I have 2 Stream Decks. Guess I'm keeping them on my RP PC. Maybe, bud. Shells aren't or doing a shell script isn't the hardest thing, especially for this. It's actually fairly easy, straightforward. I think what I might end up doing, since there wasn't something, so and then here was the thing. So I get this was a whole thing, and this is where Linux is kind of almost at its worst, and you have to be patient because because I have a history with it. I know eventually I'm probably going to find my answer. If I don't, okay, maybe I don't. But I think if I just be patient and keep going, I will find my answer on the internet. I will find a way to work through my problems and my lack of knowledge by finding. And so one search may turn into 50 different searches on 50 different topics, so I can fill in the holes of my knowledge and crap like that, which definitely happens. Like reminding myself, I've done basic shell scripts decades ago, haven't done it since, couldn't remember what the hell I was doing, couldn't remember even the basics. So I had to look that up. Okay, how do I do a basic script, man? So I had to look that up and then freaking figure that out. You know, it was like, this is why, like, one thing just ended up, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then like 6 hours later I'm like, okay, maybe I got it done. So this is when I get to OBS. I got the OBS, which there's a whole nother part of the story, and I'll get to that in a bit, but let me do the OBS part. I get to the OBS command line interface. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. So now I need that to work with OBS. And OBS used to have a plugin that added WebSocket server settings, and that's what this worked with. But they built that into OBS several versions ago. I think we're on version 31 right now of OBS. It's 31.0.3. I think it was 28 is when they actually built that into OBS. So that's one of the issues is sometimes when you're looking for some of this stuff, you get old information from like 5 years ago. And in the world of Linux, 5 years ago is in the world of software, even OBS, 5 years ago is quite a while ago. Why? What is happening? See, that might be an issue. Why is that being so? That's being a pain in the ass. You don't notice it because this picture stays up, but the goddamn thing shut again on me again. I don't understand why it's shutting down. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. What is up with that? All right, I'll have to watch that. I didn't have that in any of my testing. So all of a sudden, now that I'm live, it's going to be a pain in the ass. Okay, man, actually, it might be because I'm not moving. Yeah, I wonder if it's that. I bet you it's going to sleep because I'm not doing anything. My testing I always had just like a TV show playing. I bet you it's that. So what? You stupid thing, you telling me I gotta sit here and do shit? F you, man. F you. That's ridiculous. Anyways, so I start looking into OBS command line. So for everything I'm seeing is that OBS, everybody's just like, you got a WebSocket has a password, like OBS automatically assigns a password for you for WebSocket. You have to have one because it's like basically open to the public to interact with. So you have to have one. It's like, just go to tools, go to WebSocket server settings and tools on the OBS menu. And you can either change your password or just get your password there because you're going to need it. You're going to need it to use OBS CLI to interact with it. Okay. Click. I don't have that in my tools. Okay, hang on. Click. No. How about over here? Click. No. Here? No. Here? No. Okay. Let me look through every single part of OBS. No, I don't have it. Sir, I don't have it. And then nobody answers because it's just me and the internet. And the internet is not going to respond to me like that. And then, so I'm like, crap. So I'm looking around, I'm trying to figure it out. And I just spend, I'm like going back and forth. Eventually, after I don't know how much time, because like I'm searching that specifically. My OBS does not have this in tools. Where is it? But so I'm going off on completely different searches, trying to figure out why I don't have WebSocket server settings in my tools list, in the tools menu. It can't find nothing. So I dig into the files, and I can see stuff in the files. The WebSocket stuff is in the files, but it's just not there. I checked the version of OBS. No, current version of OBS. But in the end, the only thing I can think of is maybe I have to try a different OBS. I mean, I don't know what else to do at this point. Let me try it because I can't do anything. Like I can't do anything Stream Deck without that. I have to have that. So I'm like, let me try to do something else. Let me look and see what there is. And I'd remembered, and one of the reasons this popped up into my head was because I had already been to the OBS website and I'd already seen something, just kind of glanced at it about the flat pack. Now, the flat pack is apparently it's been around a long time, but I don't remember hearing about it last time I used Linux. But that's probably because, well, that was towards the tail end. I think it's been around like 8 years, 9 years now, something like that. I don't. If it's been longer, I don't know. I'm pretty sure yesterday I saw like 8, 9 years, which, you know, it's been about 10 years since I used Linux this much, or a little more actually at this point. So anyways, what Flatpak is Flatpak is a platform-ish kind of thing. It's a system where for Linux to try to distribute applications without concern to distribution. All right. So somebody like OBS can distribute their application, in this case OBS, via Flatpak, and not have to worry about each distribution getting it set up and you know, set up for their distribution, for the easiest way to word it. And people can just install Flatpak and almost think of it as almost like a Steam in a way, but not. There's no store. Well, I don't know. There might be. But it's just a way to install distro agnostic applications. Now it kind of has it work in its own little shell environment. It's fine. You don't really notice it unless you're trying to install other stuff. At least so far I haven't. But yeah, so it turns out OBS official, like because I saw OBS on their own website was saying download it, on their download page had download via Flatpak. So I'm like, okay. So that's gonna be kind of their official one. Like that's direct from them. Let me get the Flatpak one. So this is my first time using Flatpak. So I download Flatpak, or I install Flatpak, and then install OBS with Flatpak. Now the interesting thing about Flatpak is they say it makes more sense the more programs you use with it, because like in my case, if you used it, now it's not a whole bunch of space, so it really doesn't matter. It's not a huge deal, but it is a little odd. Looking at things, because I went back and looked at what files I have, or what programs I have in Flatpak now, because all I did was download OBS, but then I had to download some other stuff, because it'll download some support stuff and it'll double download things. Like I already have this, but Flatpak's gonna download this and have it in its own little environment on this part of my PC so it can use it. So it's a little weird like that, and so you're doubling up on some things on your PC that way. But again, it's not huge, and I guess the more you use it for programs, the more it makes sense. I don't know if I'm going to use it that much. I'm going to use it for OBS. Anyway, so I install OBS via Flatpak. And the reason I go into that is because I noticed that Flatpak downloaded a second NVIDIA driver for me. Which was just weird because I ended up, I had to go back and check that and see if I'm like, is it I had this weird thing with Twitch where Twitch was, when I tried to connect yesterday to do a test stream, Twitch was saying that that OBS was not reporting my GPU to them, and Twitch requires that. Twitch won't let you connect unless you're transmitting to them what your GPU is, I guess, which is weird. I didn't know that until yesterday. Yeah, I get that installed, and sure enough, I install the Flatpak version, and there it is, WebSocket server settings in the tools menu. So I'm like, the same version of OBS. Both OBSs were the same version. But the official one had what I had. Now, the funny thing is the official one has some other weird little oddities to it. Nothing that matters too much. But it does like to slip in the ampersand in certain places, and I'm not quite sure why. I don't know why the ampersand is inserted in certain menu items. Mainly, there's like the audio mixer section. It says ampersand audio mixer. Scenes, there's an ampersand in the middle of the word scenes. Sources, there's an ampersand in the middle of the word sources. I don't know why, but whatever, I can live with it. Does it force Express installs, or can you custom? At least that way you can select what files you need. Flatpak, from what I'm seeing, it shows you what it's gonna install, but you have to kind of do the double install on certain things, because again, it's kind of running in its own. It's not a virtual machine, but it's like its own little quarantined area of things, I guess is the best way to put it. I don't know. The Arch repo build of OBS is infamous for being broken. Yeah, I mean, it was missing. So the funny thing is the Arch OBS, it seemed like everything was there. It's just part of the UI was missing. One little tiny part of the UI, and I couldn't figure out, like, there was no way to access that. I couldn't get into that via command line that I could find. Like, I couldn't open up that. No, there was no, all I needed was the password too. That's all I needed. It automatically generates a password. So the password is already generated in there, but I couldn't do it because I couldn't find a way to get into it. Oh, it's driving me nuts. Anyways, so now I have this. So now I'll have to live with the Flatpak one. But that's fine, because there's certain, it seems like there's certain plugins that are super easy to install because they install via Flatpak too. So cool, because OBS went the Flatpak route. There's plugins for OBS that have gone the Flatpak route. So it should, yeah, I haven't dove into the plugins enough. I got the one main one that I needed for now, which was the multi-stream thing, in the vertical stream thing. So we'll go from there. But yeah, that's a case. That's like the bad side of Linux. That right there. It's the OBS. I got OBS here. Everything looks perfectly fine. Oh, there's one little thing missing for some weird reason. There's one little menu entry. Completely threw me off, set me on literally hours, a couple hours of exploration in figuring out why. And then I got that sorted. Now I got the officially supported OBS in cool. That's working. Now we go back to Steam Deck. So I'm like, okay, I got that sorted. Oh, that was the other issue. Once I got the Flatpak version of OBS in, I couldn't get my scene collection imported. I could get my profile imported, but for some reason my scene collection in the officially supported Flatpak version of OBS was not importing my scenes, and I couldn't figure out why. It took me forever. I'm trying to remember what ended up getting it. Oh. Yeah, no, that's what it was. When I went to... Which, now, keep in mind, I had already done this on the other OBS. Did it super easy, wasn't a problem, didn't have any issue. When I came... No, it had nothing to do with that. I'll see if I can show you what it is. All right, let me see. Let me go here. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, it's not gonna let me do that. Okay. I know a way to do this. This is gonna be a bit of a no, it's not gonna let me mess with things. Oh. Anyways, on the import scenes thing, you put you just click on the thing and basically select the folder. It gives the path of where your folder is. Over on the far left side, with nothing even there, there's this little, like, squished in this version of OBS anyways, squished up next to the edge of the border of the little window that pops up is this little square that looks meaningless. Apparently you have to put a little check in there. Don't have to do that on any other version of OBS, but apparently you just click on it, it puts a little check in there, and then it works perfectly fine. Oh my god. I'm just like, okay, you stupid piece of crap. You stupid. It's the stupidest thing. Anyways, it got that done, right? Got that taken care of. We're all good. Cotton Ballers campaign. Oh, does this mean they're gonna put in other ones? Eventually, maybe, possibly. Okay. Now I got that sorted. I'm gonna get this started. Story balanced tactician. Wait, story. Oh, this is difficulty. You value equally your both tactical play and narrative. 10 different players are familiar with strategy. Yeah, we'll just do balanced. While you want the narrative, you are engaged by a strong tactical challenge. After boot camp, your enemies will all have. Not knowing the game, we're gonna do this. I'm installing the game Vintage Story on my Steam Deck. I use the flat pack method instead of the more manual method, and it worked well. Yeah, there you go. So I go back to the Stream Deck in OBS CLI and stuff like. So now I'm looking and I'm trying to use. So okay, now that I have that thing, now I need to get OBS CLI to work with OBS in the WebSocket server. So now this is one of those things where having a little bit tiny previous knowledge combined with trying to read what I can to get ideas from on how to put in the commands for shit to work, because nobody out there specifically put out, this is how you do this. Like, nobody said it. So like any of the information for OBS CLI is kind of just assume that you have a certain level of knowledge until you get to this part. Basically on the format on how to write certain commands in command line interface, which again, I know how to do some, but I'm not an expert and it's been a long freaking time. So I'm having to figure this crap out. Yeah. And it was funny because so I had to figure out how the hell and where am I putting. Yeah, I gotta get the password in there. And so I figured that out. I figured out the format. Oh wait, no. So I'm trying and I just can't get anything to work. This is when I notice that I now need to go out and find a different OBS CLI tool to install because this one that I'm using is old. And I finally noticed that it hasn't been supported in 3 years. So I'm like, okay, there's another one out there. Let me find it. So there's one out there that I find that is very specific and very much locked into Python. So then it's like, okay, well, now you got to do the whole Python thing. And then Python's going to be logged into its own little area because we like to lock Python stuff into its own little area. Basically like Flatpak. So again, it works fine. You don't really notice it. You just got to know that it's doing it. It's a weird thing with Linux that I don't fully understand, but I kind of get. That's the best way I can put it, right? And most of the Python stuff is already installed anyways. I already have it for other reasons. So yeah, I go get this other one that is current and works with the current OBS. And so like, there we go. But now this one's slightly different, done by different people. They didn't just take that one and keep that one alive. They did their own in Python. It has some different commands. It has some different options. So I'm looking at that. So now's when I got to figure out how do I get this to, because I can, okay, it made it clear this one's going to work. So now I had to figure out how we're going to do the things. And I finally get the command. Okay, good. Finally success. It took hours going through all these hoops and different crap. And finally I'm like, okay. Well, when I was ready to kind of give up, I was ready, like, you know what? I might have to do Windows streaming all week until I can get time with it again. we're gonna start playing. Now that ads are gonna start in about 3 minutes, we're gonna start playing. Okay. 24 September 1942, Virginia, United States. This campaign occasionally shows disturbing images of graphic violence intended to convey the true burden of war. If this is not fit for you, then please consider refunding the game now or turning off the stream. Okay. This is an adult only stream, mofos. Doobie. What's going on, Zabaz? Shiny Gray, how you doing morning? Easy, normal, or hard. Yep. Anyways, so that's that story. Yeah. Now, on the gaming PC side, it's been ridiculously simple. More simple than I thought it would be. More simple than I was prepared for. I've enjoyed it. I've only had one. I worked on a couple of things yesterday. I ended up having to go to a launcher called Hero to get Epic Game Store to work. To get Epic to work for me and games from Epic to work for me. The reason being, I was gonna use the other one, whatever the other one's called. I was gonna use that one, but it seems like that hasn't been working for a couple weeks for people. Heroic, yeah, Heroic. Thank you. Yeah, Heroic. Yeah, so I had to use Heroic for Epic because the other one I was using, it seems like nobody's been able to get it to work through that for a couple weeks. I don't know what happened with that one. Now the other one is the one that I'm trying to get Ubisoft Connect to work with. I have Ubisoft Connect working with it. I have games installing with it and all that stuff, but I don't seem to have luck getting the games to actually run to work. So I'll have to figure that out. That's not a pressing matter right this second. The pressing one was Epic because that's my SnowRunner is on Epic and not in Steam, so I needed that. So I have that working. SnowRunner DLC is in a couple days. We'll be checking that out. So I'm good to go on that. I had to mess around a little bit to get my save imported, but it did do it. Yeah, I had to force it to do it. But I got my save imported, so yeah, I got normal SnowRunner. Yeah, so we're good. Yeah, yellow alert. Our one ad break for the hour is about to pop off. Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with the ads. Wow, that ended up being bigger than I. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's good. That's the point of yellow alert, anyways. I suppose. I just didn't think it was gonna be that big. That's what she said last night, Jen. That's what your mom said. Yeah. Let's see. Dog cam works. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I gotta dive into the bash scripts more. So I'm actually kind of there's a small part of me that's excited about using bash scripts to get Stream Deck to work with OBS. Is because I think in the end,
What? Whoa!
if I can learn bash scripts more.
Nice cringe at -10. That is cringe. Haha.
Oh, I see what you did there because it's 59 of the months. Thank you for the resub, Jensen. Good morning. What's going on? How you doing? Happy Tuesday. You're not gonna miss anything. I won't start until until we're back from the ads. Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with the ads. It's our one ad break for the hour. Yeah, I'll just yap my trap. I mean, I've been yapping my trap for an hour now, so I'll just keep yapping my trapping. What was I saying? I don't remember now. Oh, yeah, no, I don't remember at all. Crap, I forgot what I was saying, chat. Never mind. Never mind.
Hello, this is Luke Hughes,
No!
designer for Bird
Oh.
Command, and I'm breaking through the fourth wall today. Ouch! To thank you. Thank you for taking a risk on something new, a leadership RPG. Now I imagine you're here hoping to test your mettle as a leader, emotionally, morally, tactically, in World War II. For us to give you that experience, it means a risk for you. What's the risk? Well, a new approach obviously requires a learning curve, and we all know learning curves can produce confusion, hell, even frustration, and playtesting has shown that there is a learning curve for Bird. Two kinds. The easier part, where you learn new mechanics, not tried before, and then the much harder ones, where we break some of your likely pretty ingrained assumptions about how, for example, repeated shooting will kill an enemy unit. We instead do something called the 4Fs, which we'll get into later. The point is, I'm going to be breaking in occasionally here to help you with video demonstrations, along with some design explanations about why we break these conventions. But remember, it's all to give you a credible leadership role-playing experience. And hey, we know these fourth wall break-ins may be jarring at times, but extensive playtesting has shown these videos can really help your journey. So please, keep an open mind, and hey, Cotton Baler, good luck out there.
So I wonder if the videos is why this game, if you look at the pictures of it, the fact that this game was like a 14, 15 gigabyte install or something like that, I was like, holy shit, I didn't think it was going to be that big. I wonder if it's because of the tutorial videos, if they have a bunch. I don't know how many there are, but I that or the game is gigantic. And there's a crap ton of pictures and stuff, which there might be. There might be just a whole bunch of friggin' high res. Yeah, I don't know. The damn Twitch Turbo banner is driving me crazy. Now it covers the full screen button. Uh-oh. Shell scripting, the symbol of true Linux lover. Yeah, so, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, the shell. Yeah, I think if I can get into that and figure it out. Now, the problem is I'm going to be restricted by the OBS CLI that I'm using, the command line, because it only has so many commands, specific commands for it. Now, I'll be able to use, other script stuff, but yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. So, like the first one that I was going to use had a toggle command built in. This one does not have a toggle command built in. You have show and hide. So right now, until I can figure out how to do a script that can have both of them built in, because that much is beyond my scripting ability, I was able to get the basic script with the password built in and all that stuff. That's cool. But this part, no. So like I have a button for on and a button for off, and that's pretty much everything that is a source. I have a button for on and a button for off, instead of just being able to toggle. Knowing what you know now, what I Pac, I knew this. I knew this to some extent. I knew this before I did it. Again, this is not my first foray into Linux. Now, Linux on the gaming machine is brilliant and beautiful. Linux on the streaming machine, am I forcing it a little bit? Maybe. Look, I've been having issues with the streaming PC for a while. Different issues. Some of them noticeable, some of them not noticeable with stream. Some of them could have been fixed, like the quality, the actual capturing of my gameplay, that I found a way to fix outside of switching to Linux. I thought, we went capture cardless. I can do that in Windows or Linux. And that's new too. I started doing that last week. I'm not using a capture card anymore. I'm using Moonlight and Sunshine, two programs working together to stream across my own network. Basically, I'm just pushing it from one PC to the other via my network instead of via an HDMI cable. And it's which, by the way, I was when I was doing that last week and I was testing it out, and I'm like, hey chat, how does this look? And everyone's like, yeah, no, it looks normal, looks fine. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. I went and compared, because was it Friday? Friday was my first full stream with that. I went and compared VODs of the Friday VOD and the Thursday VOD. So 2 days where I was doing American Truck. So I'm playing the same game in both. All the settings are all the same. It looked so much better. The fact that nobody, it was driving me nuts. Oh, it still does. It eats at me. The fact that nobody noticed that and was like, Cringer, I'm gonna spank it to your streams now. They're so gorgeous. I mean, it was ridiculous. The gameplay, the level of detail that I could see in the gameplay in the VOD was freaking a nice step up. Just everything in the gameplay, because the camera's different, right? And in the on-screen, the other on-screen stuff is different. But the gameplay feed, it was so much clearer, so much crisper, so just better looking, just all around. I'm like, holy crap, this is better than a capture card. It's better than a capture card. It looks the same though, but it doesn't. It does not look the same. And I'll show you how it does not look the same. This is the picture I posted. This is a picture I posted. All right. Now, this is with the capture card. This is without the capture card. Now, this is a picture posted in Discord and now blown up. So I don't. It's not. You can't see as good now. You can't see as good if you just look at the straight up picture. I mean, you can see it though. So this whole thing, what's weird is like everything should have been the same, but yet all of a sudden this is smaller. So things were getting stretched out a little bit more over the capture card because you can see it right there in the mirrors. Like all the settings are the same. The stream settings are the same. The resolution settings for everything should be the same, but yet this was getting stretched out a little bit. And you can see it right there. And all the wording was clear. Where you could really notice it, which is one of the reasons, although I'm not looking down as much in this shot, is you look at the dashboard and everything here was just clear. Everything on the dash was clear on the stream. It wasn't as clear here. And then the signs down the road were clear. Just everything was better. Everything was coming through better. Everything was coming through more like what I see when I'm playing. And so I was just like, man, yeah, no, I'm sold. Like that sold me on sticking with this. Like there's no way. Like if unless I'm forced to go back for some reason, I'm not going back. It's so good. Yeah, it is so much better. But it was. I mean, I looked. So Soviet. I sat there and watched the two VODs side by side. I saw it daylight. I saw it during rain. I saw it during night. The reason I posted those pictures was because it showed the clarity of the letters and numbers compared to each other at night. Again, I'm sorry if people can't look at it and see a difference. I don't know what people are looking at. Yeah, I believe you. See, that's the thing. I believe you. No, there's two pictures right there that you can look at and see for yourself. The fact that people don't see it blows my mind. Blows my mind. I mean, clearly I'm imagining shit. I don't know. Do 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 do. What are you talking about? When I look at the stream, actually looks 4-3 right now instead of 16-9. That's the game. That's the game. See, this is not the stream. If this was the stream, my arm wouldn't be here. And that's not a big black bar. You can see land behind it over there on that side. This is the game, though. Arm means part of stream. Yeah, no, and the settings are both the same. Yeah, the settings are the same there, Tiny Wolf. But those two pictures, yes. The top one being the capture card, the bottom one, the settings are the same. The stream settings are the same. The game settings are the same. It's freaking, I don't understand. I don't understand why things are different sizes. I don't get it. Yeah, it's a weird one. Like that picture thing, that picture just, when I started noticing that, it blew my mind. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Anyways, let's play a little bit. All right. That first mile, if you're an ad, I accidentally did click, it played this little video for us saying how it will do some tutorial videos along the way, combined with, that this game is just different. This game, I've been getting emailed about this game nonstop forever. David out there emailing me nonstop. No, I don't think he was the only one. I think somebody else was emailing me too. Anyways, I've looked at this game and I'm just like, it looks interesting, but I don't know if it's a full stream game. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. It also does look different, and it looks like it's going to be very, I don't know. It might be, I'm hoping we get sucked into the story and what happens to these guys, especially as we can influence it and play a part in it, and characters that we may know and love as we go along may bite the big one because of choices I make. I don't know. We'll see. That first mile, 24 September 1942, Camp Pickett, Virginia. Commenced my journey. Tell me a little bit about this game. What's that do? Okay. Hello and welcome to Burden of Command. You're about to embark upon the odyssey of the cotton balers of the U.S. 7th Infantry Regiment amid World War II. We hope you will find this to be an immersive tactical leadership experience. The history behind the fiction has many sources, but foremost of these is American Courage, American Carnage by John McManus. His writing and interviews were the inspiration that put this project into motion. A reprinting of his book is set to release in April 2025. Play the game, read the history, compare. Okay. Commence my journey. We're good with that. 24 September 1942, Camp Pickett, Virginia. Morning dew dribbles down the bright leaves.
Wait a minute, what? Whoa!
The what thing? I did it.
Imagine coming into a stream that's been completely unfocused and yapping its trap for an hour and 16 minutes. And then right as that streamer decides to focus and start the gameplay, you decide to interrupt shit. Imagine being that guy. Weasel, 47 months. Thank you for the reason. Welcome back. Thank you. Imanon. So the cab or encoding is just better, I guess. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't honestly, Anon, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know. By the way, that's the thing I meant to do over here because I don't have it set up. Crap. System. I need my monitor over here. That's what I want. Okay. Okay. Let me edit this page.
Wait a minute, what? Whoa!
Go Cringer.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't, yeah, the usage thing. Okay. Anyways, Randman, 69 months. Uh-oh, nice. Randman, 69 months. Thank you for the reason. Welcome back. Good morning. What's going on? How you doing? Oh, allergies. I'm sorry. I'm not like rubbing my face out of disgust of you. It's the allergies. My face is itching. I'm having an itching blast. Itching. Okay, I'm good. I'm okay. Okay, so GPU over here on the stream PC is operating at 118% usage. But it's only 55 Celsius, so I think we're good. Yeah, not gonna worry about that. Huh? Not gonna worry about that. That's weird, because so last time it was the gaming PC that was doing that, but now it's this one. I don't know. That's fascinating. That is fascinating. Huh. Okay. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. See, you guys completely blew my mind and distracted me. Oh, the capper encoding. So one of the things using Moonlight and Sunshine here is one of the things I can control is and I don't know how the capture card does that. I don't know what the capture card is set at. I know HDMI has its own restrictions or whatever, but I don't think we'd ever hit that on HDMI. So I don't know. I know capture cards do have their own, that's going to vary from capture card to capture card. Obviously, they have their own settings. The one I had should have been perfectly fine for my stream settings. But I know I can adjust the bit rate that I use to send from game PC to stream PC. I can adjust that bit rate, much like I can adjust the bit rate in which I stream at. I can adjust the bit rate in which this is captured and sent to the stream PC, which right now is at 40,000 kbps. I can go higher, I can go lower. 40,000 so far seems to be pretty good. Now I'm going that high because it's local network. It's not internet. It's not like full internet speed. I'm not actually uploading anything on the internet. It's just going over my network. But yeah, I don't know. I'll look at the stream later and see how it looks. I do have that. Again, I have this paranoia about everything with the stream right now. So I'm looking forward to the VOD later. I didn't have time to really, and plus it was a test. I did a test yesterday afternoon real quick on all platforms. But yeah, I don't know. I'll see how it looks tomorrow and see how it's, or later tonight, I should say. See how it looks, see how it sounds. Like, I'm paranoid. Everything appears to be okay, but I'm paranoid because I'm streaming from Linux and I've never done it before. Anyway, okay. Morning dew dribbles down the bright leaves of the forest as somebody's about to interrupt the goddamn stream again, I'm sure. Ahead, Platoon Sergeant Bennett leads the way beneath the canopy. That should be the hill where some douchebag's gonna freaking resub again. Wait, no, that's not what he said. He notes and gestures towards the rise to the east. Bit of a walk, but we're close. On his back is slung the standard issue American M1 rifle, a near twin to your own. Oh, by the way,
Wait a minute.
I think
what?
I'm gonna be
what? Whoa!
You tried. 2 gift subs. Nexus Hives with the 2 gift subs. Thank you, Nexus, for the gift subs. I appreciate it. Thank you. I do believe this game's gonna be a good chunk of reading. Okay, I'll do what I can. You said that 10 miles ago, Sergeant. If you say so, Lieutenant. Sergeant Bennett replies. He sounds confident, but wait, he sounds confident, but looking like you've got a plan is certainly a part of leadership for sergeants and lieutenants alike. Sergeant Bennett has been in the Army since before the big draft in 40. He knows his way around. Oh, I get to pick what oh, okay. Oh, shit. Oh, I didn't notice that. Was that last pick something? Oh, that last pick was something. Oh, I didn't realize what I was doing. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We're doing RPG stuff. RPG-ish stuff.
75 gifted a tier 1 sub to Nexus Hive.
Shoga, thank you for the
given
gifts.
7 gift subs in the channel.
I didn't realize I was doing full RPG stuff and making choices. Yeah, so now I'm curious about that last one. The task had started with the 16... Wait. Oh, is this like historic? Oh, are these little history things? Oh. That task had started with the 16 million men who registered for the draft in the fall of 1940, and who would expand regular Army and National Guard divisions. Atkinson, ADD, Kindle location 340. Oh, wow. There's a little history stuff in here, too. Cool. Make a little man play this. No, I wouldn't. Little man. It was interesting to hear your experience with Moonlight and Sunshine. Keep hearing good things about it. So far it's been spectacular, Dark Druid. Yeah, no, so far spectacular. I don't know how many people out there are using it, but they should be screaming about it more than they have been. As in, because the whole capture card game, I haven't been a big fan of, because I've spent more money on capture cards than I would like over the years, and I'm not happy about it. Like, that's probably the one thing that I've bought multiple times that I'm just like, yeah. So I'm glad to have moved on from that. Okay, let's see. Background set to regular army. Prestige +1. Prestige is how much influence you have with your superiors after a scenario is over. Background set to 90-day wonder. Trust +10. Trust is how well your men react to your orders within a scenario. 10 trust is worth approximately 1 prestige or loyalty. I'm a reservist, returned to the army. Loyalty +1, background set to reservist. Loyalty is how much influence you have over the men after a scenario is over. Huh. I've been in with the army for a while now. I get +1 prestige. I'm recently commissioned lieutenant. I get trust +10. Oh, has he? Yeah, no, it's really good. Yeah, I all of a sudden I'm finding out about more people using it. Like, I haven't heard anybody, not that I sit there and try to, I don't know. I guess it's the way things are right now. I'm probably not going to hear about it, but yeah. It is, it's a quality setup. Yeah. I was thinking I never hear about streamers using Linux. That, well, you probably don't have many streamers using Linux. That one, no, you probably don't have that. Dude, I'm sure they're out there. I know there's some out there specifically because they do Linux content. Yeah. I don't know. I get things up and running here on certain ways. I might actually make 1 or 2 videos just so, again, not necessarily for, well, if somebody else finds use for it, cool. But in part so I can have a record of me doing certain shit, so when I forget how to do it, I can go back to my own video. I wonder who would know that image problem. Like, maybe, oh, I don't know. How do you know a streamer is using Linux? Don't worry, he'll tell you. Probably Shining Gray. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, I don't have any shame in, like, hey, yeah, I'm using Linux now. Why? 1, it's different. 2, it's actually, God damn it, I didn't notice that. 2, it's created some interest in certain things, right? It has. Like, people been interested in it and talking about it and asking about it. So just doing that's been cool. just having one more thing to talk about and one more thing for people to be interested or ask questions about. Maybe not everybody's interested in it, but you know, but it does add one more possible topic to the stream to talk about from time to time. That means you can capture Steam Deck catchy like devices. Good shit. I mean, if I had one of them, yeah. If you watch any stream long enough, yeah, for the most part, Linux should run less resource heavy overall, which is a plus. It should. I was gonna have to look again. I was gonna have to make some changes on Windows anyways. That was coming up. At the very least, I was gonna have to expand storage space because I was running out. Yeah, I don't know. Neither do I, Kunga. You got me to install Linux on my old laptops to try and revive it. It's been fun to test out since it's definitely a great thing to try on old equipment if you have some sitting around. It's definitely great for that, yeah. I just noticed you can only choose 720. You can't do 1080. Because, I mean, it should be 1080, should be the baseline. Somebody else was saying that they watch in like 560, so. It can't go Win 11, can it now? 720 is the highest option you have right now. No 1080. Whoa! Okay. Well, what's the issue there then? That doesn't make sense. It should be 1080. No, Twitch goes higher than 720 for sure. That's weird. I don't get it. Why would... Oh, see, there's a... Why? I mean, I'm looking at the settings. It's 1080. It's the exact same settings I had before. Huh. Well, what would be causing that? That's weird. Now I gotta look at my own stream, man. Yeah, 720 60p. What in the world? YouTube is good. YouTube's at 1080. Yeah, but YouTube gets I have YouTube set to a lower bit rate. Like I have the higher bit rate is set to Twitch, so Twitch is freaking golden. Like yeah. So here's the thing. I'm running at 720. It's running at 720. And I'm sitting here. I'm still pushing out at 10,000 bit rate. Come on, man. What is that about? I'm using 10,000 bit rate. No, it has nothing to do with Moonlight. It has nothing to do with that. This is a Twitch. This is a stream setting. I don't. That's weird. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. Huh. Weird. Oh shit. I wonder if it's that. If it's what I'm thinking it is, then they really need to fix that labeling. No, I always stream at 1080p. And 1080p has always been there until today. I think I might notice it. Let me look at my pictures here. I know what it is. Okay. You guys want to hang on just real quick? Wait, I don't know if I can do this without stopping the YouTube ones too. I guess I'm going to find out. Yeah, I'd have to restart. Yeah. With this game, it's probably not a big deal for this game. Just hang on. It's probably not a big deal for this game. No, I know what it's doing. Yeah, no, I know what's going on. Yeah, I'll leave it be for right now, and we'll play. I guess. I mean, nobody's complained, right? You guys are fine with 720 for the day. Most of you watch on smaller ones, anyways. Yeah. And with this game, it's gonna be fine. Yeah, I see. Wow, that is such a. Oh, I think OBS should change how that's presented. I'm pretty sure it's the Twitch VOD track. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is I know there's a good chunk of people who play different things. That's what I'm saying, is I know there's a good chunk of people who play different things. I'm going to talk right now because now somebody else has to bring up another issue. To me, voice looks like it matches up with lips just fine. Doobie 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 doo. All right, anyways, let's play. If you say so, Lieutenant, Sergeant Bennett replies. He sounds confident, but looking like you've got a plan is certainly. Anyways, thanks for bringing out the resolution thing. That actually is quite helpful. I see what the problem. I think what I yeah. I'll end the stream. When I end the stream later, I'll probably do a quick restart just to see if it works properly. But yeah. I think I gotta go in and tick extra little boxes. There is one small difference. So I took pictures of my Windows OBS just so I could have the pictures in front of me and compare my settings that I had in Windows were the same as my settings here, right? The problem is, chat. Wait, how come that didn't work? Yeah, that's my fault. No audio. Yeah. I forgot. And now I just, for some reason, that also seemed to kill Moonlight. Interesting. I wonder why that killed Moonlight. Because I've been sitting here too long. Sorry. There's little tricks and things. I forgot. Audio is set up. Audio in OBS, the Linux version of OBS, audio works differently. It's not automatically put in. So I got to go into my other scenes and put it in. Like this one. There, now you can hear me, right? There. I had to put in the audio. Anyways, oh, no, don't show you that. Anyways, as I was saying, this is a picture from my Windows over here. You see the Twitch VOD track right there, and they're all ticked in? You see how they're all ticked in? Yeah. I didn't notice that because it's at the top of the picture because I had scrolled down to take this picture. The picture goes like way down there. Why are you doing that to me? It's so weird. Why does it do that? Yeah, I know. Stop that. Does it not like me jumping back and forth? The other thing is how it captures certain things is different, and I don't know. I think that's the one thing. Is this the new this is the Pixel 9 Pro, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I think I in the OBS I'm working with right now, I only have the one box ticked. I only have the second one ticked, which I'm guessing is 720p 60 FPS. And the first one would be 1080p. So I need to have them all checked, which is one of the reasons I'm at 10,000 bitrate, because it's supposed to support all of the. I'm supposed to be doing separate ones for almost every one. Yeah. So I think we discovered something there. We're good. Wait, Ryu said 1080p for him. Well, I don't know how you have 1080p then, man. That's confusing. I don't know. I'll test it later. Yeah. I put a screen in it. No, I see it, Ryu. That's why I just brought it up. I see it. I don't know why. It's weird. I don't know how you have it because I don't know. Weird. You've seen the same happen to other streamers? Could be a Twitch issue. I don't know. Okay. He sounds confident, but looking like you've got a plan is certainly a part of leadership for sergeants and lieutenants alike. Sergeant Bennett has been in the Army since before the big drafting. Oh, okay, yeah. Chat, have we been in the Army for a while? Am I a recently commissioned lieutenant, or am I a reservist returning to the Army? Basically, do we want +1 prestige, +10 trust, or +1 loyalty? We are fresh guy. I'm a recently commissioned lieutenant. All right. We're gonna go with that. Background set to 90-day wonder. Trust +10. Trust is how well your men react to your orders within a scenario. 10 trust is worth approximately 1 prestige or loyalty. All right, we'll go with that. Background set to 90-day wonder. Trust +10. The ink is hardly dry on your commission, at least by regular Army standards. But 90 days of intense training have made you feel like you could take on the world. Which is good, since the Germans and Japanese seem to be busy but trying to conquer everything. The U.S. is yet to send many divisions overseas, but really, it's only a matter of time. Although Arcadia had confirmed Germany as the principal foe, as both wished, there was no plan to ensure that forces would be deployed against Germany. What? No, you shut up. I don't use you anymore. You should not be doing notifications. Time to move.
So here I am in boot camp somewhere in Virginia, 1942, just like you will be soon. I'm going to start with our first concept that will be familiar and unfamiliar, your first learning curve aspect. So, like games like XCOM and frankly many tactical games these days, we use action points. We call them orders, and they have the green dots. So this leader has 4 action points. And no surprise, when he say moves, he spends an action point, which you can see happening there.
The U.S. Army will go to war in earnest soon. As an officer, your duty will be to lead the men of your platoon. You just have to find them first. Mouse over the book icons for history or image. Yes. Let's see. Left click to select the leader. Right click to move the leader. The WASD keys will move the camera. Use the scroll wheel to zoom in or out. Not terribly useful right now, but it will be eventually. Boom, ba boom, boom. Closer now. Hills and mountains are always further than they seem. The gray circle that you saw float up indicated the expenditure of an order. Burden of command runs on orders. Every unit has some, and you can't do anything but get shot at without one. Or, I don't know why that's funny to me, but okay. Orders are spent to move a unit. You can usually move a unit multiple times. White highlighted hexes indicate where you can move. Lighter colored hexes indicate what you can see. Gotcha. I see it. It's a good view. Good enough to see a few stragglers from your first platoon. Looks like the kitchen patrol is still on their way to the obstacle course, Sergeant Bennett notes. Yeah, we let them dog things. They'll never get there before dinner. Let's see. Okay, so we're still getting RPG choices here. Wave them forward. Verbosity, -1. Verbosity is one of 3 character traits. It reflects how much a leader likes to talk. Verbosity does not impact the tactical battlefield, but may add personalization to conversations. Yell down at those men. We get +1 verbosity. I'll order them to move up. No change of verbosity. Verbosity is one of the 3 character traits. Yeah, yell down at those men. Yeah. After soccer practice last night.
RPG. Yeah. We're always going to be focused on bringing out leadership aspects. In the Army, leaders are in charge of platoons, which is a group of squads or companies. And so there's a command structure, and we do that too. This is a squad here, part of my rifle platoon. For it to do something, I've got to order it. Or, if you want to make it simpler, activate it. So, did you see an order came up on me? Not just the squad. The squad paid its action point, but I'm just going to say order from now on. But I paid an order because effectively I ordered the squad.
These 2 green circles indicate 2 remaining orders. Yeah. You yell down at a command in tone, conditioned by training. They obey. A squad must be activated to utilize their own orders. A leader will spend an order to activate a squad when that squad initially shoots, moves, etc. Once the squad has been activated, they have enough direction that they can then expend 2 or even 3 orders without requiring a further leader order for the rest of the round. I'm starting to get sneaky suspicions about this game. Let's see. Left click this squad to select. Moving the squad will cost the leader 1 order to activate the leader to the turn. The squad itself will consume 1 order to actually move. Boom. Activate squad. Yep. When a squad first activates in a round, the leader must expend an order. After that, the squad can use its orders without additional cost. A leader expends an order to activate, but after... Okay, it's just... because I was hovered over it. Gotcha. Call for double time, Lieutenant. Call for double time, Lieutenant, Sergeant Bennett asks.
This squad has been activated. The leader no longer needs to pay an order to activate it. So let's move it, and you'll see no action from the leader. He didn't spend another order.
It's one of those things where game developers typically are not content creators, right? So they don't necessarily have the best mic audio setup. Yeah, that's just the way it is. It's not a knock against them, but One of the squad's green available orders became a gray spent order. Order the squad to move again. This time it won't cost the leader an order because, okay, yeah. Move this squad again. The leader will not pay. I can just move them wherever I want. All right, move this squad again. The leader, wait, no, I already. There, go get in them woods, across the river, into the woods. All right, move the squad to here, to group. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Okay, well, now what do? I screwed up. I didn't notice that you said move it. I didn't pay attention. I need a mulligan. I need a mulligan. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did I break it, chat? I think I broke it. I can't. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I think I broke the tutorial. Uh-oh. Here, why don't you go there? See if that'll fix it. No, that didn't. No, that didn't fix it. That made it worse. Okay. Oh, shit. I think I broke it. Okay, there we go. We just went to the next turn. There we go. You go back up there. Everybody go up there. I fixed it.
I'm going to come down there.
I'm flawless.
Lead. Grab them both and go somewhere. Now this time, they'll both pay an order. But be careful. It's not an activation order. They're both moving. You don't get a free ride. You got to pay for the move too. So, there you go. We're similar to games you're used to. Action points. But in this case, they're really orders. And they involve things like squad activation.
Here they are, Sergeant Bennett notes as Sergeant Layton, no relation. Nah, because they're both named Sergeant. I see what they did there. And his kitchen patrol reached the summit. Layton, can you see the obstacle course from here? Breathless, Sergeant Layton nods in the affirmative. His fellow spud peelers are all but ready to drop. Clearly they can't go very far with us. If only they were in better shape. They are not part of the coming exercise. If only they were in better shape. This leader has experienced 3 of its orders. Only 1 order remains green and is therefore available. From this height, you can also see a little stream whose serpentine channel marks the bounds of your own training area. The stream isn't far, which is a good thing. The stream, like other terrain, costs more movement points to cross than flat, open land. You won't always be able to get somewhere in a single order, especially with a squad in tow. One last push. Put your boots beside the stream. Spent, perhaps, but in position nonetheless. However, first you will have to detach from Layton's squad. The first left click of a hex selects both units in it. A second left click of either a leader portrait or the second squad below will select only that unit. Do not follow Luke's example in the video and instead rebel and left click the leader portrait repeatedly until only the leader is highlighted. You will see the selected portrait or unit be encircled by a pulsing ring. When you move the leader out, they will separate from the squad. Oh, okay. So I can do it that way too. Okay, cool. What?
Honestly,
No!
It would have been simplest to design the game as 1 unit per hex, like many games do. But frankly, it just felt wrong not to have leaders in with their men leading them. So we committed to simple stacking. 1 leader, 1 squad per hex. So then how do you manage selection? It's simple. Click any unit in the hex, both select, because you probably want to move both of them normally. But maybe you just want to move the leader this time. Click again. And here I am. So I'll do the same thing again. I'll click the squad, and I go back and forth between just the squad and both.
Down by the stream. Click anywhere or press any number to continue. Hang on, chat. I gotta do something. It's gotta be a setting. Now it says keep the display awake while streaming. Okay, that's fine. I don't know. It keeps turning off on me and I'm not sure why. I don't see a setting for that. Huh. Well then, I don't know. Crap. Show connection quality warnings. Keep the display awake while streaming. There is no setting for that. Yeah, I don't understand why. So Moonlight keeps just pausing, and I don't know why. Which means I then have to go in here. And this is one of my issues so far with Linux is I have to keep doing that. It doesn't seem to like to, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. What's going on, Jeff? Down by the stream. Let's take a breather. But we're almost there. At this point, your leader should be out of orders. 3 to move your leader, 1 to activate the KP squad. The KP squad itself moved twice, the normal amount for a green rifle squad. Orders refresh at the start of a new game turn. Out of orders means we can't do nothing. What if I didn't move the squad? Then you would have had a more order to move your leader, a simple trade-off. Want to move a leader? An order. Want to move a squad? The leader pays an order. Yeah. Okay. The assembly point is a simple one marked by the low retaining wall striped with white. At the side of it, Sergeant Bennett flashes you a grin and stashes the map. There is a figure waiting in the lee of that wall. A fellow officer with the silver bars and a captain upon his collar and a captain upon his collar and a dreaded clipboard in hand. You're nearly late, you lieutenant, the field umpire notes as he regards you. The pencil in his grasp has doomed plenty of officers to obscurity with a swift judgment. Sergeant Bennett gives a firm warning cough, but it comes too late. The field umpire shakes his head slightly. When out in the field, such gestures are apt to attract snipers. Thank you for the clarification, sir. Sarcasm +1. Sarcasm notes how sharp-tongued a character is. Sarcasm does not have any impact on tactical scenario. Being sarcastic may provide personalization during the interactive fiction. Remain silent as is proper. No change in sarcasm. He certainly is setting the tone here. Thank you for the clarification, sir. Today, you will undertake a leadership exercise consisting of no less than 3 separate field problems, the field umpire says. You and your men will be assessed based on outcomes, including both objectives achieved and casualties sustained. You will take command of your rifle squad, and we will proceed. Any questions? What's the mission for this field problem? We'll get to that shortly, the field umpire says. They like their surprise. Oh, they like their surprises, Sergeant Bennett remarked softly to you. This is a live fire exercise. Now, there may be the occasional live round fired safely for effect, but otherwise, no unit is in possession of live rounds. Budget constraints, Sergeant Bennett remarks softly by your side. Now, where's my light rifle squad? Over there, the umpire says and waves a hand. They should not be hard to find. Where is the rest of my platoon? Your Sergeant Grant is bringing them forward after they complete the obstacle course. For now, you will command a single squad of your platoon. Sergeant Grant isn't a fella to be late, I'm sure of it. Sergeant Grant isn't a fella to be late, I'm sure of it, Sergeant Bennett says to you quietly. There is every reason to be hopeful. Bennett is the platoon sergeant, and Grant, what the Army currently calls the platoon guide, has his confidence. That's everything. Mentally review what comes next. We just need to find the squad. Doubt we'll need more than a few waypoints on the map to figure out where they're at. The squad is not far away. This path may use the fewest movement points, but it doesn't utilize terrain. Control right click to establish waypoints and stick to cover terrain as well. Okay, yeah. That in mind, you lead the way. The mission, finish the exercise before turn 4. The men, don't get anyone killed. Okay, select your leader and, okay. What's going on, Rain Man? How you doing, man? Blam! The field umpire calls out from behind as you move over open ground, but I didn't do anything. Right, Lieutenant Einstein, you moved over open ground where a sniper could see you, but I didn't do anything. What was that? That is a potentially fatal risk to take, and a dead leader is no help to anyone. Unless you've got a good reason to avoid moving through cover, you might as well make an effort to not get shot. So, did it just do that automatically for me? Was it supposed to do that? Quickly and safely. Yellow alert, R1 ad break for the hour is about to happen. Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with the ads. Quickly and safely, I'm just doing the tutorial. Quickly and safely can apparently be two different things. He's right, Lieutenant. There's no point polishing a turret. Best get moving before someone decides we get shot again. The umpire preferred path. Waypoints would have taken you through covering terrain. Okay, but why am I not supposed to be doing anything here? Because I didn't control that. I'm confused about what's going on here. The tutorial's like telling me to do shit, but then I'm not getting to do shit? That's weird. I don't get what's happening. The forest thins. At last you spy a hint of civilization, a little wooden bridge that crosses a gully and a low wooden wall beyond it. The clearing would be just up ahead, Lieutenant. A movement order can span a single hex or 4, but the order costs remain the same. Move your leader. It doesn't matter if a unit crosses 1 hex or 4, it still costs an order. Sometimes you will want to get the most out of a single order, and sometimes you'll want to be cautious. Yeah, I don't know. This is weird. I don't understand. That whole, it did whatever the hell it wanted to, and then it put me in, yeah, I don't know. At this point, I almost feel like just skipping the tutorial. Our squad looks beat, it's true. By all appearances, they can't possibly take another step. Some might say their morale is low. Right now, it's dog-dig low, like they've been suppressed by enemy fire. But they don't have to stay that way now, do they, Lieutenant? What would you suggest, Sergeant? Directness, -1. Directness is one of the 3 character traits. I could give them a speech. Verbosity +1. They will obey my commands. Directness +1. Directness is one of 3 character traits. Does not impact tactical battlefield. Consider kicking them into shape. They will obey my commands. Directness +1. They've been trained to. Yes, Sergeant Bennett. Maybe that'll work today. If it doesn't, then I'll kick the slackers around a bit. Morale is central. Good morale. Firefights 50-50. You win. Full orders. Movement normal. You'll pass morale checks. Shaken. Firefights. Enemy likely to win. Orders. Movement reduced towards enemy. You fail most morale checks. Firefights. Enemy will win. 1 order. No movement towards enemies. Fail morale checks. Gotcha.
Thank you, Sergeant Bennett. Sergeant Bennett is reminding me I need to teach you about the backbone of your company's performance. It's morale. So here we have a good order squad. It's green, no suppression, has 2 orders, moves about 3 hexes, tries to move under fire, pass the morale check to do that, about 70%. And if it fires at an enemy, 50-50. Now notice those initiative wheels, donuts I like to call them. You really want to win initiative, because if you win initiative, you fire first, you suppress the enemy, reduce their morale, but then their fire back will be weak. Now let's look by contrast at this shaken company. It's yellow, it's lost about half its morale to suppression. First thing to notice, subtly, is it only moves 2 squares forward, can still retreat, because they're more cautious, because they're shaken. Also, let's notice one more thing, only 1 order. So the morale is actually reduced the total quantity of actions you can give this squad. Pretty bad. And guess, if you fire them, not going to go so well. You're going to lose. And the morale checks, unlikely. Finally, let's look at these poor guys. About 9 points of suppression. They're red. They're basically cowering. They won't even move forward. Though you can still move them back to get rallied, maybe behind a hill or in some cover. I wouldn't bother trying to fire. Not going to work. And you can give up on assault. Now, friend, let's have a little fun here. This is a 3-star unit. Very experienced. What do you notice? It's got 3 orders, not 2. That's a big win. And guess how it's going to do in firefights? Very well. And guess how it's going to do on morale checks? Hey, it doesn't even have to pass a morale check to move under fire. Work hard, Captain. Maybe you'll have units like this eventually. Lead them well.
Rally will move suppression and will also expend all the squad's remaining orders. To rally, a unit must not have expended any orders during the turn. It must be fresh. Fresh squad, no suppression. No suppression. This squad has expended an order. It is no longer fresh. Merely lost an order to suppression. It is still fresh. The fresh status is only determined by whether or not the squad has expended an order yet. Orders lost to suppression don't count. Orders expended for any other reason do. Your men want guidance and leadership, and that's why you're here with them. Most leaders must be grouped up with a squad to utilize certain orders. A captain would be an exception to that, but do not worry about this right now because all you have currently is a single lieutenant. The field umpire checks his watch and frowns. You jumped the gun before you rallied the squad. Try again. This whole thing seems to be flawed. Like it says click anywhere or press a number to continue. So I click and then it's acting like I'm clicking in the thing too. I don't know. That or it's doing it on its own. I don't know. It's confusing on whether I'm making mistakes with clicks or if it's just doing random shit on its own and purposely screwing you up. I don't know. Rally button, right click the squad. Out of range. So now I'm out of range because for whatever reason it moved him over there. Yeah, I feel like they should have backed off on the videos and just focused on getting this right, and this would have been fine. right click the squad to enact, but I can't because my guy is now too far away. So their tutorial seems to be not right. Okay, now I can rally. Out of range, so I have to, he has to be on them. But now I've used too many points, I guess. I don't know. That order did the trick. Once we're organized, we can get on with the exercise. Field umpire seems doubtful. The men will be ready, but the question is, ready for what? The squad is out of orders. Some choices are merely informed. I have rallied. When can I move? The unit has no available orders. It is spent, but next turn its orders will refresh. Then it can use the orders to move. Yeah. It's enough that the men are on their feet. If the enemy doesn't interrupt, the men will be ready to move shortly. Yeah. Okay. A wave of blue flags are exchanged. The exercise will shortly resume, so long as either side has a leader. Yeah, okay. Yeah, those are the morales. 12 morale equals 120%. Okay. 3 morale equals 30%. Okay.
Anyone got a light?
End the round repeatedly until a new turn begins. End the round repeatedly until a new turn begins. End the round one more time. Is the screen frozen? God damn it, it did it again. Alright, what is the issue here? I'm sorry, chat. It's an unexpected technical issue. I don't understand. Yes, and that. I don't know what the issue is here. Open that up again. Double check settings. Back. Okay. Okie dokie. You're ready. The men are ready. The enemy is likely ready. The enemy had a round to activate units but did nothing with it. Okay, interesting that the enemy did nothing in response. Wonder what the clipboard wants to happen next. As if on cue, the field umpire clears his throat. Alright, Lieutenant Snafu, the enemy squad is in that house down there. he says, and ignores Bennett as he points. You can hear the clockwork tick on his watch, faint but steady. Deploy your men and take them under fire. And remember, this exercise is timed. Squad versus squad. Even numbers. Alright. Indeed, that should concern you, the field umpire remarks. We do not want to refight the last war. Movement in the trees, a dozen men and more in olive drab, working their way closer. These are your men, sweaty and dusted from the obstacle course, and at the back is Sergeant Grant, urging the stragglers along. They look tired, maybe we should wait. No rest for the wicked, not in this army. I get you, Lieutenant. We're out here to train so we can fight. When we're facing off against the Germans, we'll have to fight like we trained. The men may not like it, and they'll sure as hell gripe about it, but Grant over there will get them in gear. I trained him myself. The platoon is together again, if not precisely formed up in the best position. While you ponder that fact, the Empire's watch continues to tick. Let's bolster their spirits. That always boosts morale, though it doesn't last for long, but maybe it will just long enough for what comes next. Reachable hexes with bolster.
Remember Sergeant Bennett's wise comment that morale is the backbone of your company's performance?
Uh-huh.
Well, what do you think the role of leadership is then? Of course, it's to manage that morale. Let's look at your tools. One of them is bolster. So here we have a good order unit. And if we were to attack, it'd be 50-50 on the attack. It moves 3 squares. It has 70% morale check. But let's bolster it. A lot more movement. Hey, it's going to pass that morale check. And look at the firefight. Bolster enhances an already good unit so it is significantly more effective, especially for firefights. The experience and the trust of the leader comes to bear. Don't make the mistake, however, of thinking of bolster as sort of a poor man's rally, rally for one action. I've moved the leader down to this shaken squad, half morale, and I'm thinking, well, it's pretty poor for a firefight right now. Maybe I'll bolster it and it'll be fine. Well, there's some improvement. If you studied this, you'd see the suppressed predictions are a little bit better, but you're still going to lose initiative. It's not a rally. If you want a unit with shaken or below morale to improve, rally. Rally, by contrast, fully restores morale for the long term. Of course, it does take a turn to do, so you'll have to pick the time and place for when you rally, for when you bolster, or for when you orchestrate your platoon and company to be effective all at once, rather than dribble in an attack on the enemy.
Okay. A bolster order will provide a boost to the morale of a unit. Yeah. Unlike rally, this will does okay. All right, better than okay. Bolster greatly increases initiative in a firefight and the chance of. I'm gonna try to speed this along because this is honestly this might be too much tutorial. Bolster greatly increases initiative in a firefight. Yeah. Bolster the leader and the squad. Bolster button. The leader will consume one order. Left click selects, right click the squad to enact. We're ready. Where to, Lieutenant? Take a moment if you need to figure things out. Should we have Grant march down or go ahead? There are a lot of things you might want to order, but there is never enough time for the men to carry those out. Nonetheless, you prepare to do what you can. Let's see. You have 3 squads and only so many orders. Left click to select all units in a hex. Left click a specific unit again to select only that unit. You may also select a lone squad to activate it. Even if a leader is not grouped with it, orders will still be consumed. Yeah. Alright, so move this bolstered leader and squad. Detach the leader, then move to and rally the squad. Move this squad with waypoints. No, that's not. I mean, I guess. There they are, Sergeant Bennett says as your men pass the word that they've sighted movement in the house. But those damn walls give them better cover than anything we've got. Nearby, the umpire with the clipboard makes a note, a lengthy one. Give the men some direction and the umps will take note. Sergeant Bennett says as your men prepare to place the revealed enemy under their crosshairs. Every little bit helps us to build up our fire against the enemy before they do the same to us. Left click to select the unit you want to have open fire, then right click the enemy. This will consume one squad order. Shoot here. Okay, no, that was bad. No, see, because that apparently they got flanked like instantly right away, and that's a bad thing. That whole mama said don't get flanked on your opening move, and I got flanked on my opening move, so mama's gonna be disappointed now. Shit. Shoot here if you are out of orders. Okay, so let's see. Select them. Heads down, steady. This says we're gonna get our ass kicked. Are you sure? Because this says we gonna get our ass kicked. Yeah, I don't get. There it is. Yeah, I don't know. I that whole thing. This is PR masquerading as science. They just crossed it with a wolf, making something that was never a thing. Shoot here if you're out of orders. End the round until... Okay, yeah. 2 turns left. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. We're over the time limit, Sergeant. Let's fire on the enemy. What? I know the umpire was pushing us forward, but our squad just opened fire without a plan. I'll bet we could get as good as the Jerry's if we have time to. Unsupervised and poorly invigorated fire likely resulted in little suppression. Yeah, I don't know. This tutorial is not the best thing in the world. Yeah. The videos I think are meant to help, but they don't really help. They're kind of interrupting the flow. And my big issue though is just the weird oddities with random shit seeming to happen. And that's my big problem with it. Like I think there's a good game here and I'm looking forward to getting to the game, but right now it's just like, oh my God, I got to get through this freaking tutorial. Whistles blow, the exercise halts as the umpire gets to work figuring out the damage to the enemy. Sergeant Bennett lets out a relieved sigh as the two of you wait. Halt the exercise. Lieutenant, you pushed ahead and did not form up your platoon prior to the attack. This would have resulted in some of your men being killed and additional time wasted while you regroup for a proper assault against a now prepared enemy. But speed was of the essence. Speed is of no value if there is insufficient force to achieve the objective. We will reset this exercise and try again shortly. With that, you return to your platoon. What were my marks today? The day is not over, but if you must know, this field problem will be marked as incomplete. That receives the same score as a draw. It will not be detrimental to your standing. Fair and equitable. Prestige +1. Okay. The umpire gives you a little nod and returns to his work. You return to yours. Showing you the wrong way to do things. I don't know. I'm not sure what that was trying to show me, honestly. I understand the whole fire thing, but it's weird. Sergeant Bennett falls in as you head back to your platoon. Like, I don't know, like, this might be one. Is there multiple ways the tutorial can go? Was this supposed to happen? I don't know. It just feels like I'm bumbling around right now, and it feels like because the tutorial's not right. That's what it feels like. It feels like the tutorial has some bugs in it or some kinks or whatever. I don't know. I don't think whether this is going how it's meant to be or not, this isn't the best feeling. No matter what you choose, that ump was going to find fault. Okay, so there you go. Like being married, but without the fun parts. Hell, I bet getting something wrong was the point of this lesson. Moving just one squad ahead of the others was a bold choice too, can't deny that. And if it had been an ambush, well, you'd be saving lives. It was an ambush. They were surrounded on both sides. There was no good answer. Sounds true. He's probably had to teach this lesson over and over again. That'd wear on anybody. Actual war will be a hell of a thing. That is what they say. Leaders have to lead not just when things are going well, but also when the chips are down or when they don't understand what the hell's going on. I mean, yeah, that right there makes it sound like that was all supposed to happen. But in the moment, it doesn't feel like that. Then they are creating life forms that never occurred in nature. Like when you breed a Chihuahua and a Great Dane. That shit never happened until somebody forced it. And I don't even want to know what that was like. I don't know how you want. I don't want to know what it was like forcing that to happen. Two, I don't want to know what it resulted in. I hope the Great Dane was the female though, because man, that poor little female Chihuahua having to give birth to half Great Dane puppies, that just sounds like that's like the alien dog version right there. Yeah. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, chat. Calm your jets. Let somebody be impressed by it. You sit there and act like it's an everyday occurrence and like it was easy cheesy what they did, even though it's not exactly what you think they should have done or what they claim to have done. It ain't no freaking normal day shit, okay? Let somebody be impressed with it, for crying out loud. goodness gracious. Press this button to access our field manual, the Bocopedia, which will explain gameplay details, interface elements, and hotkeys. Alright. Lace up your boondockers. Okay then. Field problem reset. Loyalty earned 7. The men. The mission. Prestige earned 7. Okay. No one out of action, sir. Exit before story continues. No, continue. Wait. Exit before story. What do you mean? Been a long battle? Game has been saved in case you want to stop and know all things before next. No. I don't even know it. You just keep on going.
A good leader needs to be able to think ahead, anticipate a situation, and make a decision based on the best information available.
At last, the fighting dies down. Mission draw. Okay. This is my duty. Why are you in the army? Duty. This will help me defend those I love. They drafted me for this shit. I mean... Why are you in the army? This is my duty. And just like that, the exercise is over. The next will begin shortly. Okay. I'm not sure what that choice had to do with anything. Yeah, maybe, right. Well, yeah, no, it's pretty clear it's a setting on my end, so. Camp Picket, 24th September, 1942. Quick to read what they read. Are you a girl with a star-spangled heart? Why, yes, I am. Yes, I am indeed. Wait, join the WAC now. Thousands of army jobs need filling. Women's Army Corps, United States Army. And back us up in the war job. See, U.S. Employment Service Representative. Headquarters, 45th Infantry Division Memorandum. The following officers are assigned as umpires for the battalion GHQ proficiency test. These officers will report to Division HQ for duty Sunday. Lieutenant Colonel Irving O. Schaefer, 157th Infantry. Captain J.K. Looney. Age your men. Resources you spend on your men, mouse over for more. The captain earns extra trust in XP based on men versus mission performance. You can see overall unit status at a glance, select a unit, decide where to help, make a change, the cost is above it. You can undo, global undo. During training, aid is more limited. Click anything to continue. During training, only XP and trust for leaders will be available to modify. Casualties and combat stress will appear only when you enter combat, missing in this image. And then you'll need these other actions to aid your men. Okay. Everybody's good? All right, everybody's good. Volens et potens. That's what my mama used to say to me every night before sleep. Click a portrait on the right to review and aid your men, or the question button. Let's see. We got 60 millimeter mortar, 2 MG squad, 1 MG squad. Oh, the first MG squad, second MG squad. Lieutenant Stern, 4th platoon. Lieutenant Dearborn, 3rd platoon. Lieutenant Wilson, 2nd platoon. And then Lieutenant Unnamed. Is that me? I'm Lieutenant Unnamed. Captain Lamb. I'm Lieutenant Unnamed. I got 1st squad, 1st platoon. 2nd squad, 1st platoon. And 3rd squad, 1st platoon. Are these images mostly AI? Are you talking about these ones here? I don't know. I mean, they just gave credit to a whole website and other thing, and gave a link to that. I don't know if that's where they pulled some of the pictures from. I don't know. Let's see. First squad versus platoon. Guide. Unit XP. Increase XP by 25. Boom. There we go. Oh, I gave him more XP. Aided. You can still undo commands by use of the cleverly named undo button. I took back your XP. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, first squad. Okay, so that loyalty and prestige goes down. Influenced by how well you did on the... Wait, but is this what I'm getting these for? Like, am I getting these to use here? Or is it a trade-off that I have to live with? See far right. Accumulates until spent. Loyalty represents your influence with the men. They like staying alive. Men draw... Okay, so yeah, because we were +7 both, right? Okay. Okay, so these are points meant to be spent, huh? I don't know. We'll just, boom. Boom. Everybody gets, whatever that is. Unit XP represents not only learning battle tactics, but also the internal bond between soldiers. Increase XP by 25 at cost of 2 loyalty, 2 prestige. Okay. Based of everything that I've seen so far in a game that I just started and I'm still in the middle of the tutorial for, I'm going to answer all your questions right now. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Okay, there you go. F-Mon. Like, I know where the whole story of the game goes. I don't know. Haven't played it. The game's not even out yet. Comes out in like an hour or two.
Wait a minute, what? What? Whoa!
The mostly AI, I don't think so. I mean, they seem to be very... So far, everything I've seen with the game seems to be very... very black screen. What's going on here? Colorized photos from the National Archive. Yeah, I like everything in the game. Everything so far seems very I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Respectful of the legit history and situation. Nobody said anything. He asked, was stuff AI? That's it. He asked. Nobody claimed it was. He was asking. There's a difference between claiming and asking. Now, sure, you can ask in a claiming kind of way, but that's not how I took it. Okay. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay.
Well, it was infantry. And infantry is different than cavalry. We didn't have horses, but they had light tanks, the cavalry did.
So what kind of training then would you have in the infantry?
Bayonet, hand grenade. You don't throw a hand grenade like a baseball, you lob it.
24 September 1942, Camp Pickett, Virginia. The soldiers of your platoon are weary in their boots as they march back to their starting places. The morning run and the recent field problems have both clearly taken their toll. Platoon Sergeant Bennett glances your way, and the unspoken question of whether to quicken or slacken the pace lingers between you. Let them rest, they're worn out. The men will be ready for the coming exercise and suffer no suppression. They will also acquire no experience. I just gave them experience. The men will be slightly fatigued and suffer very little suppression. Time for double time. No, let them rest. They're worn out. Right, you order your men to take 5. No cigarettes, though. Later at the assembly area, the field umpire with the captain's bars checks his watch, adjusts his clipboard, and recites his expected line. This field problem concerns fire and movement, culminating with an assault upon the objective. Except this time, your platoon will have support from your company's weapons platoon. Heavy weapons coming up. Oh, heavy weapons coming up, Lieutenant, Sergeant Bennett notes as a dozen men from the weapons platoon approach. They don't have the real 30 cals yet, just logs painted black. Just logs painted black, I love it. Those are supposed to be as heavy as the real thing, but the beefy officer leading the weapons platoon carries a log as if it were no heavier than a baseball bat. Lieutenant Stern. Hey Stern, we're about to kick off. Verbosity +1. Not without us, Stern calls back, his voice carrying well across the field. You're almost late, Lieutenant, the field umpire notes. It was a long run from the target range, but it'll be the crowds who'll be doing the running when we take a crack at them. Yes, well, today's objective is for a combined arms assault on the farmhouse down there. The field umpire says and points to the little house in the distance. Time will be, as it ever is, a factor. Stern's eager. Stern looks your way. Tell me what to hit, and we'll hit it hard enough for you to schlep right over, he says, then glances down at the 30 cal in his hands and chuckles. Well, we'll pretend to anyway. Back to your platoons, Lieutenant. You are allowed only limited communication while the exercise is paused. In particular, the weapons platoon will be initially unavailable. What completely valid reason is there for that? It is part of the exercise, the field umpire replies. Remember, rifles first, then the machine gun. Stern gives you a knowing nod at that news. As the two of you depart for your different platoons, you consider how best to develop this field problem. Your 3 rifle squads are organized as part of 1st platoon. The machine gun and mortar are part of the weapons platoon. Each platoon has a leader in command. Stern is in charge of the weapons platoon. Rifle squad, shooting expends up to 2 orders, 1 order to move. MG team, 1 order to shoot, 2 orders to move. Mortar squad, 2 orders, do everything. Look here, 1 order to move or shoot, may use bolster, rally, or press. We've got everything but tanks, Sergeant Bennett remarks. Each platoon will have a different role to play. Rifles expend up to 2 orders to shoot, but only 1 to move. Machine guns expend 1 order to shoot, but cost at least 2 to move. Mortars cost at least 2 to move and fire. Bolster, rally. Casualties, experience. Units gain temporary morale if a leader is present. Shooting and assault become even more effective.
Bennett tells me you're progressing, LT. So today we get to talk about tactics, not just mechanics. Without further ado, why don't we go to, I think, the core of how we're different from most tactical games that the casual gamer or others might be familiar with, namely bang, 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 you're dead games. This is true a fair number of tactical World War II games too, but I don't think of reality. You know, people don't want to die. You fire at them, they're going to get down behind the stone wall, and your bullets aren't going to do much. So, instead you need what's called the 4Fs. So here we are in Germany. You've got elements of a rifle platoon, you've got Germans up north, and your goal is to suppress them first. You're not going to succeed in killing them, they're in pretty good cover, and they're going to put their heads down. So you started firing, but it's not just bang, 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 even for suppression. You have to be smart. You have to use your leadership. You have to bolster, improving their fire. The leader is directing the fire here. He's using a heavy weapon, which is intimidating, higher rate of fire, puts more bullets around the squad. And, you know, when you hear bullets whizzing by, you start to be suppressed, meaning you're keeping your head down. And you can see the color bars here are telling us the state of the enemy's morale. They've gone from green to yellow, and they will shortly be at red. They've been doing an effective job here. He's suppressed. Ah.
A whistle blows. I wonder like when the first guns were made, if we had that reaction to get down. The field problem begins. Okay. 1. Select the squad. 2. Shoot. Rival squads may shoot up to 5 hexes away. Shooting will consume up to 2 orders. Shooting through the woods will not provide the enemy with cover, but the building they are in certainly will. Right click to shoot. This consumes 1 leader order and up to 2 rifle squad orders. Cover icons found on units or in hexes. No cover, often lethal. Light cover, you can do better. Medium cover, heavy cover, and extreme cover. Okay. Stone walls stop bullets, Lieutenant. But they're not invincible over there. We've got the firepower. Let's have the other squad keep their heads down until Stern is ready. Squad, prepare to fire. You give the order and your men take aim. The enemy is already partially suppressed, so this should be a little easier. Okay, this is feeling better than that last part of the tutorial we did. What is this? Hang on. What is this? Changes at game companies. I just can't handle them sometimes, Chad. There's a company where I feel like I get late information or no information from anymore these days. And I think it's because they had a change in the main person who deals with people like me. Yeah. Let me, hang on. I gotta look at something now. Did that shut down? God damn it. Why did that shut down? I don't understand what's happening with Moonlight. I really don't. Okay, you're good. All right, let me fix this again. All right, we're good. All right. You give the order and your men take aim. The enemy is already partially suppressed, so this should be a little easier. All right, select this squad. Full cover is a full shield. Less cover is less of a shield. A lack of cover can be lethal. Shoot this enemy. Oh, they got super freaking cover. so that's not cool. But I'll shoot them anyways. They are surprised. You signal Sergeant Grant across the way. He replies with equal vigor and gets the other squad in position. A glance through your binoculars reveals Private Roberts as the soldier squints through the circular iron sights at a distant target. Beside him is Private Hancock, who apparently has again mislaid the protective ears on either side of his submachine gun sights, no doubt to remove something he considers to be a distraction. Do a little shooting myself, eventually gain XP +1. Remember to ask Hancock about his weapon later. Keep my weapon slow. Trust. Do that. Remember to ask Hancock about his weapon later. Hancock decided to alter his weapon. If it was for a good reason, you will want to know. Same thing if it was for a bad one. That's probably it for rifle work, Sergeant Bennett says, but we could give them a taste of 30 cal instead. Same rounds, but lots more of them. We had permission to use a radio. No radios are available. However, we do have the flags. The umpire waves at a set of flags marked radio. You could always send a runner, of course, slower but more reliable if they don't get shot. Should have opened fire with the MG first. The rifles did some work. The MGs can do more. What I really want to employ is the mortar. No. We'll do the machine guns. The rifles took easy, accurate shots. The MG can spit out a lot more lead, but that alone is enough. That was probably the lesson the umpire wanted to teach. Signals stern with flags. Yeah, flags. Use the flags. He signals stern with the flags. He signals back in acknowledgement. All the while, the enemy keeps their heads down. End the round, then activate stern. All right, we're bringing in Howard Stern. Let's go.
We further reinforce that sense of limited command and control by dividing the turn into leader rounds. If it's your leader round, you only get to lead your men, and you don't get to lead them during Stern's leader round.
So it's not a snooze. I mean, I get it. I wish I had done tutorial off time, but I didn't get the key till this morning. I think what the issue we have here is
we further reinforce that sense of limited command and control by dividing the turn into leader rounds.
The dev has
your leader
decided
round,
to do
it's
like an overdone tutorial.
Doing Stern's leader round.
He's teaching game basic structure. It's too much tutorial. I'm sorry. I could be wrong in this, but if you look at the picture, if you look at this game on Steam, there's going to be certain people who buy this game. And those certain people are people who have played strategy games and 4X games and in turn-based tactical combat games, and they're going to be familiar with a lot of these concepts. So far, there is nothing earth-shatteringly different in this game like he keeps talking about. It is if you're not played any strategy games. But you're not necessarily going to have people who haven't played strategy games playing this game. That's not, I don't know. I mean, maybe there's some secret subsect of World War II buffs and lovers out there who have never played a World War II strategy game and now all of a sudden they want to. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, the so far it's a little overdone. I feel like I feel like we're gonna get to a good game. I got to get through the freaking tutorial. It's just a little bit the real star of this show. Like I feel like, so we're going to get to know these people. We're going to begin to my decisions. And if you look at the game, that's part of that's the point of the game. We're going to have to make decisions. Some of these characters that we're starting to get introduced to already, we're going to lose some of them. Yeah, I don't know. The tutorial is the game. So far, yes. You can always see who is leading. In just a little bit, the real star of this show will become the machine guns. Those can spit out a lot of firepower. Coordination takes time, Sergeant Bennett says. No way around that, even if we had real radios. Players round, enemies round, Stern's round, enemies round, players round. Generally, only one platoon leader can be leading at a given time. The captain is an exception to that, but that will be covered in the next scenario because we are doing a simplified set of rounds. So if this isn't, see again, we're going to do a tutorial, but this isn't exactly how it's going to go in full. So we're going to do the full thing next. Yeah, man, your tutorial's hurting your game. Sorry. You can activate this squad, but do not do so yet. End the round. Generally, only one platoon leader can be leading at a time. The space bar is the hotkey to end the round. After the enemy has their turn, have stern open fire with the MG. Machine guns have a longer range than rifles, and unlike rifle squads, can fire multiple times. For one, each order. Yeah, okay. So end the round. Open fire with the MG. They're already cowering. Let's get him. Only his platoon can be used because it's a different group. The game needs it. No, well, except for that one part, the tutorial was messy and choppy, and I'm not sure what was going on there. This is smoothed out, and there's not unexpected things happen. I'm fine with that. But it is covering things that don't need to be, like, in-depth things that don't necessarily need to be covered that in-depth, if that makes sense. That's a sound to hear and fear, especially since the machine gun is firing at the enemy beyond the effective range in their rifles. Though it would have been even better if he'd bolstered his men first. Nearby, the field umpire checks his watch. Everything is timed. That was a lot of firepower, worth the weight of carrying it forward. But if we really want to make them huddle and puddle in their boots, we'll need the mortars. Lieutenant Stern will spot the fall of his unit's mortar rounds from his location. That is the only way to ensure accuracy. A leader can direct artillery from his position. The mortars don't need to be able to see the enemy directly to lob shells at them. They just need Stern to be in position to spot and fall the rounds. Mortars could sit safely on the reverse slope of a hill and still contribute to the battle. In fact, that is the way they prefer to conduct themselves.
Lay it on him.
Finally, right click to mortar this enemy. Left click on Stern. Left click here to spot the mortars. Alright, 60 millimeter mortar. Right click here. You found, fired, and fixed, but no casualties.
You will recognize this. But note there weren't any casualties. So now we have to, ideally, flank and finish. And Dearborn, let's hope you can do the job here. So it's really about sort of laying down the field work for success. There's a lot of games that focus on drama melee, but from what I've read, for instance, in Leo Murray's book, actually most assaults led to surrender or retreat because people suppressed don't really want bayonets in the stomach.
Find, fire, fix, and what? Lead well, Captain. Okay, like that was real fast. A moment of calm amid the chaos. Consider the situation depth. Additional information. No, we can move on with the exercise. Thank you. There we go, Lieutenant. There ain't nothing a soldier can do about a shell that has his name on it. However, the squad isn't considered dead, merely pinned, and they'll stay that way unless you execute an assault to either take prisoners or force the enemy to retreat. Bang, bang, bang will not take positions or prisoners. Yeah, I'm on it. Let's take them in the flank. That's what I said to your mom last night. No one fights hard if you hit them in the kidneys from the get-go. That's what your mom said to me last night. And if we can stay out of their sights, so much the better. When Stern ceases fire, you will attempt exactly that. A revealed enemy threatens these orange outlined hexes. They could perform opportunity fire on units moving through them. Orange outlined hexes can be targeted by known enemies with opportunity fire. Gotcha. Unknown enemies hidden. So, because like, oh, god damn it again. I'm gonna have to go to Windows tomorrow if I can't figure this out later. I don't understand why this is being this way. I had it on all day yesterday, didn't have any issues but like once or twice. Well, Hank is. Oh, you're over on YouTube there, Hank. There is no usage of AI in the game chat. There you go. There is no usage of AI in the game. I didn't see you on YouTube. Sorry, bud. Doo. I'm bad with checking. So, hey, chat. Whether I'm using Linux or Windows, I'm just as bad checking the YouTube chat as ever before. I do like the tactics. That shit would have been in top secret. Yeah. Okay, why it's not? Okay then. It's not starting. Everybody has his weaknesses, yeah. Come on. Oh my God. What is going on with this thing? Just start up. All right. The thing is, I can't even shut it down. It's like, no, I'm doing my thing. That's fine. We got yellow alert. Dude. Yeah, I know. I understand it's not responding. End it. Terminate it. Terminate it. Thank you. All right. We're going to get this started back up, chat. And we'll get it going. Rago, what's going on? How you doing? Okay, start up Moonlight, please. There she blows. According to the, I love that. According to this, it's still going. All right. Connect. I'm not dropping frames. Like, I'm not having network issues. Right, there we go. It connected. Or not? Okay, there it goes. Finally. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta figure that out. I don't get it. I didn't have that issue the other day at all. No, I just started using Moonlight, but I didn't have any issues with it on Friday. And then I switched the streaming PC over to Linux over the weekend. I didn't have any problem with it on Saturday. Sorry, Saturday was my first streaming test of Moonlight. I didn't have any problem with it on Saturday. Sunday and Monday I spent switching the streaming PC over to Linux though. Now, is that the reason? I don't know. I tested it all day yesterday and it was staying up just fine. But yeah, it keeps shutting down on me today. Like just pausing, not shutting down all the way. It just keeps pausing the stream from the gaming PC. And I don't know why. There's no setting for it. Yeah, ad alert. It was an ad alert on the Twitch. It revealed company. Okay, let's see. These hacks are safe. When Stern sees fire, you will attempt exactly that. Okay, let me. Dope! I smacked a button one too many. Let's see. You might shoot at the enemy all day and only ever inflict suppression. To make sure you remove the enemy from play, inflict suppression, and then take prisoners via an assault. End the round to switch over to the rifle platoon. All right. 1, select squad. 2, bolster. Same.
That's the way!
That's what you gotta right click. My bad. Assault the object. No, 2. Assault these enemies via a right click after selecting the assault button.
Don't stop!
All right, cool. That's the way, Lieutenant. Sergeant Bennett waves you over as the enemy soldiers in their red armbands run off. It'll be harder overseas, but we've got the methods down here. Behind him, the field umpire ticks another box on his clipboard. Box ticker. This green donut shows an approximately 70% chance to initiate an assault. Note, initiate, not win. Winning depends on other factors. Chad, I had a donut for breakfast, and I have another donut waiting for me. And if this game keeps talking about donuts, I'm going to have to go get it. Another enemy squad has been sighted. They were attempting to reinforce the objective and now have begun a counterattack. You must deal with them. Extra time added? Yes, 5 more minutes. Whistles blow. The exercise resumes at once. New enemy. The little green eye icon indicates that one of your squads is still undetected by an enemy you can see. Yeah. Some of their units might also be undetected by your squads. Yeah. A green eye icon. God. I approve of donuts. That's good. Everybody should approve of donuts. Bow, 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 bow. It just instantly turned off. I don't get it, chat. I don't get it. Why is this being a pain in my ass all of a sudden today? Let me see. A green eye icon denotes this is on a given unit. Allow restoring on future sessions. Yeah, if only it did that. Okay, let's try this again. The fog of war cuts both ways. Okay, yeah. So, am I a new enemy? Yeah, no, I see the new enemy. Lieutenant Stern. Oh, it's not your turn. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Those guys are busy. Okay, so we're at the end of that turn, so I got to do the thing. Yeah, end turn. Doesn't say that. Give it to him. Hey, say it in German. Sauerkraut ist in mein Gut. Ah. Wait, I'm confused. Oh, never mind. It was his turn. Okay, cool. No, I get it. It went to his turn. It was my turn, then his turn, now his turn. Gotcha. Initiative. Holster. Press them, heads down, do it. No, they're gonna be suppressed. But I can't mortar them. Undaunted, you say, but shaken, but undaunted. Okay, go there. Once the enemy is suppressed, end the round, not the turn. And then switch to the rifle squads to make an assault. Turns left, 3. Great exercise so far, huh, Lieutenant? The lessons learned from the extended exercise. Ah, the rare valid point field empires proceed. Yeah. Okay, that was weird. New enemy, take them out. Lieutenant unnamed. GTA 6 listed for one. Okay, no, we're not gonna start the listed where? Who said? Okay, just throw in random comments. Your mom's listed for $1.99, but I can't show you the proof of that right now. So there's a release date. I mean, if this is an official thing, then there you go. Yeah. I want that. I bet you damn right I got pictures of your mom for $1.99, but I ain't sharing those because you know it'll get me in trouble a little bit. She's worth at least $3.50. Do. Favorite video game of all time? Favorite video game of all time? That's damn near impossible to answer. The original SimCity. It's gonna be something like that just because for what it brought down the road. I don't know. Maybe Police Quest. Might be Police Quest. Which, speaking of Police Quest, holy crap. Who was it? I saw a clip of somebody who was actually playing it the other day. Oh my lordy. Who freaking had that? Who was playing that? I'm like, oh my lord. I was like, I might have to go. It was a TikTok, but it was yeah, no, as far as I know, he was playing the original Police Quest. Yeah. No, it was the old, like, he's typing in open door. Like, he was typing in the commands. It was the original game. Somehow, an emulator or something. Yeah. Take nightstick. Yep. No, it was glorious. It was, crap, who was it? It wasn't Elo. Was it Elo? Elohim? Was it Elohim? Might have been Elohim. I don't remember. I think Elohim. Maybe. Crap. It was somebody you would know. I just can't remember. Some obscure gaming article speculates at a possible 114. Exactly. There you go. There you go. All right. Anyways, sorry. Let's see. Assault the enemy. A new enemy has appeared. Assault the enemy. To deal with them, you may need to pass the round until a new turn refreshes your orders. Gray orders are spent. Green orders. Yeah. No, I got you. Okay, but we're not on your turn, are we? They're cowering. I wonder if that's gonna
That's a
hurt
bunch of
me.
horse cock. Shut up.
That's a bunch of horse cock. So it wants me to just straight up assault. Okay, I'll straight up assault. Let's go. I feel like we should have gone through the trees. Did that not do it? Okay, that time it worked. Exposed! I feel all naked and exposed. Oh no, 2 guys are dead! That didn't go well. Not much I can do there, really. Not much at all. Okay. I can't do anything with these boys. Turns left 2. We better use everything we've got on the enemy before we make an assault rifles. Oh, now you're gonna say that. Okay. So, see, and that's my issue right there. Is it makes it seem like, oh, just assault them. Like, it makes it seem like just go charge in and assault them. And then it tells you, well, we should use everything we got. Well, you're a little late on that one, buddy. Yeah, but he's out of stuff now. Yeah, that's weird. I don't... That's it. That's all I could do. It's frozen. God damn it. Yeah, I might have to restart the stream, chat. This isn't stopping, and I have no idea how to fix it. I can't be doing this every 5 minutes. There's no point in doing the stream, so I might as well just restart the stream. Like, it started up and right away just died again. Hi, Waffle Cone. How you doing? It's not related. No, I understand that's a thing too, but that's different. That doesn't have to do with whether this is showing or not. Okay. Hi, Waffles. I'm just gonna hit that button because, yeah, there's nothing I can do with these guys that I know of. Yeah. Okay, that's it. I gotta restart the stream. Chat, I'll be back on in a minute. Give me a minute. For those who hang around, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll have things going again here in a minute. So that means I gotta restart all the streams. Okay. That's what I get for trying new shit.